Hi YouTube, it's Princess Diamond. Welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to grip or how to start box braids, and I'm showing you guys 3 different ways. Please bear with me. This video is for my beginners, so it is going to be very slow and in-depth for those who truly are having a hard time with doing this. Now, although this video is for beginners, you still will at least need to know how to do a 3-strand braid. So if you don't, I have a video right here you can watch to learn how to do a 3-strand braid, then come back to this video. Whenever you start, you'll always have your section of hair parted, and you always want to work with some type of braiding gel. So I'm using Shine and Jam, some type of product to help lay the hair so that way you don't have a lot of flyaways. So I just apply that to the section of the hair that I'm going to be braided, again just to help lay down all of the flyaway hairs. So I'm going to start with the first method. For this first method, you're going to take your section of braiding hair and you're going to split this into 3 equal sections. Once you get the hang of this method, you will not need to split up the natural hair into 3 sections first. You'll actually be able to just grab the sections once you add the braiding hair. But for now, if you're a beginner, you want to just split it up into 3 sections to make it easier. And this is the braiding hair that we'll be adding. You're going to split 1/3 section off of the braiding hair. So this is 1/3, and you know it's 1/3 because if you split the other bigger section in half, it'll be into 3 equal parts. But we're just going to split off 1/3. Then you're going to take your smaller section and you're going to crisscross it around the bigger section and put those 2 smaller sections together. And then that's going to create your 3 strands to be able to do a 3-strand braid once you grip it. So there is your first section, that's your second section, and that's your third section, which again is the 2 smaller sections put together. So here I'm going to show you how to grip the braiding hair. I'm right-handed, so if you're left-handed, just do it the opposite way. But on my right hand, I'm holding that right section with my index finger, thumb, and middle finger. And then on the other section, I'm kind of just splitting up those 2 sections so that I can put my index finger in the center. And then I'm going to grab that bottom section with my index finger and my thumb. And then the top section will lay above my index finger. If you turn your fingers around to face you, this is what it should look like. So now to adding the braiding hair with the natural hair, I'm going to first begin by gripping the middle section of the natural hair. I'm going to grab that with my index finger and my thumb. Now I'm still holding on to the middle section of that braiding hair, so pretty much what I'm doing is matching up each section with the natural hair. So the left section of that braiding hair, I'm matching it up with the left section of the natural hair. So now I'm going to take my index finger on my left hand. I'm going to go underneath the middle section. So that index finger is going underneath the middle section and it's grabbing the right section, and it's going to grab the braiding hair as well as the natural hair. So I'm going to grab that with my index finger and my thumb. Now with my right hand, I'm going to take what used to be the middle section and bring it over to, now it's on the right side. I'm grabbing that with my index finger, middle finger, and thumb on the right hand. I'm going to take my index finger on my right hand and bring it underneath that middle section and grab the left section. Now at this point, the braiding hair is pretty much already added, and so I'm just going to do this a couple more times, and then I'm going to flip my hand around and braid like I normally would just do a 3-strand braid. If you need to, go back and watch this a couple more times. If you're a visual learner, go back and watch it with the sound off and just practice doing this as I'm showing you real time, so that way you can do it yourself and figure out where your hand placement needs to be. So that was the first method, and that's typically how I usually start my box braids. And this is typically good for when you're doing small, medium, or large box braids. But that's just a guide for you guys. It's always going to be up to each individual person on how they like to start it. There's no right or wrong way to start it as long as it works for you. So for the second method, I'm just going to add the braiding hair a little different. So instead of splitting the braiding hair and doing that crisscross method, I'm just going to keep it in one big section. I'm going to hold it with both hands, and I'm going to place the braiding hair above the natural hair. For this method, my index finger is actually going to go through the natural hair, so it's going to kind of split that natural hair into two sections and grab that left side of the braiding hair. So as you see, the natural hair, I'm grabbing half of it and the other half is above my index finger. And now I'm using the same finger motions like I showed you guys in the beginning. Now once I get back to my right hand, my index finger is going to go through the braiding hair and it's going to split the braiding hair into half. And then I'm going to do that again, go back to my right hand, and then I'm going to also split that braiding hair into half again. And then I'm going to flip my hand around and continue doing a regular 3-strand braid. The reason why I was splitting the braiding hair and natural hair and moving them to different sections is to get each of those 3 strands with an even amount of braiding hair and natural hair, so the braid comes out very even and not lumpy or bumpy. Because if you were to just continue braiding, you would eventually run out of the natural hair and only be left with 2 strands of braiding hair. I know that can get pretty confusing, so just rewatch as much as needed again and just try to do that at the same time that I'm showing you. That second method I would say is pretty good for doing medium or large size braids. For this third method, we're going to be adding a rubber band. So once you have your hair sectioned out, you're going to place it into a rubber band. For the braiding hair, I'm going to add it in very similar to how I did the second method. So holding it with both hands and placing that braiding hair right on top of the rubber band. You're going to hide the rubber band by placing the braiding hair right on top. And then I'm just continuing with the same finger motions as the other 2 methods, except I'm just grabbing the entire section in this one. Instead of splitting it right there at the base, instead of splitting each section, I'm just going to grab it in one. And then I'm going to flip my hands around, and I'm going to do just a regular 3-strand braid. But now once I'm in this form, now I'm going to split the hair to get each section even with equal amounts of braiding hair and natural hair. Because again, you don't want to just leave the natural hair as its own section, because you will eventually run out of the natural hair. So I'm going to take some of that braiding hair, put it with the natural hair, take some of the natural hair, put it with the other braiding hair, and just do that until each section is even. In my opinion, I think this method is really good for when you're doing large or jumbo box braids. So those really big box braids, it really helps when you just started out with the rubber band first. If you tried each of these 3 methods, let me know which one was easiest for you down in the comments below. I hope this helps, and I hope you guys stay blessed, stay protected, and stay filled with love and peace.